What is going on, everybody? So one of the biggest questions I get asked is, should I get fit for a driver? Is it going to help? Is it going to help my game? Or is it just a waste of time, a waste of energy, a waste of money? Short answer is yes, you should get fit. Now, why should you get fit? That is something that can be a little bit tougher to explain. So I had the opportunity recently to go get fit for the brand new Titleist GT driver that's going to be coming out in August. Went through with their fitters from Titleist. Bill was my fitter, who was awesome. Thank you to him for taking the time and agreeing to be mic'd up so we could actually do this video. But we are going to go through the process. What I wanted to show is what I think we go through in a fitting and how it can actually make a massive difference. And I'm going to tell you right now, it made a huge difference as we were going through. And I wasn't trying to do anything different with my swing. I actually feel like I've been swinging okay. So I just wanted to get out there and swing, do what I've been doing, and then see if we can do some things to maximize what I'm getting with the driver. So I'm gonna take you out to Oak Brook Golf Club, which is where this was filmed. We're gonna go through, I'm gonna show you some of the footage, not all of it, because there's a lot. And then what I'm gonna do is come back here. I will break down the data of where I started and where I ended up so you can understand what we are getting. But without further ado, let's head out to Oak Brook Golf Club. We're gonna join Bill with Team Titleist, and let's check out GT.
All right, Scott, thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you, Bill. I'm excited. GT.
GT is here. We're pretty pumped about it. I can't wait for you to get all three models. We have GT2, GT3, GT4 available right now for you to hit. So we're going to try every single one. What driver are you currently hitting?
So I have this Cobra LTDX LS head. I mean, for me, spin has always been kind of an issue.
Okay.
But when it's available to me, I've been actually playing the TSR2.
Okay.
45-inch X Flex. That shaft, 65X of that shaft though.
Okay.
So this one is tipped a ½ inch to try to get it closer to the X.
Okay.
That was my goal.
We do have the 10C1K Black, the latest generation in the fit kit for the GT, so we'll definitely put that in the head to try.
Yeah.
We'll dial that in last. We believe that the head's the most important component of the club.
Yeah.
And then we can fine tune things with shaft, but let's start with a couple strokes with yours and try it and get some numbers with it.
Okay.
Just to kind of see where you're at and where we can find some improvement with GT.
Cool.
All right,
So,
what ball do we play?
Regular Pro V.
I will feed you balls as we go, okay?
All right. That's kind of the garden variety one right there. That's
okay.
That's my typical.
So,
too spinny.
Yes, obviously you're aware of numbers, so I'll just shoot a couple at you as we go. Spin, launch is two big ones. We like to make sure those are optimal. But also carry. We think the GT is going to provide us a little bit more ball time in the air.
Right.
So that's something we want to look at as well.
For sure. Sure.
That one was 263, rolled out to 279.5.
3,300 spin.
33.25 spin and a 10.8 launch. We want that launch closer to 12.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, yeah. When I've been messing with the TSR2, C4 was the setting.
C4. Okay.
A 9-degree head C4 seemed to work better. So.
Okay. So you're cheating a little bit. You're helping me get to the end. Go
We'll see. I'm just telling you where I was at. I liked it. But,
okay. Good.
I was liking I like how it felt, but.
So we'll start off standard settings and work from there, okay?
Cool. Yeah.
That'll give the head the most honest try.
Right. Compare it all.
All right, let's get one more with your Cobra.
Okay.
And then let's go over just some averages from these swings.
Okay.
I know you've hit some balls before hitting this, so you're loose.
Yeah, I feel good.
Out of 10, what's that guy feel like?
That one was pretty good.
That one looked good.
Yeah. Okay.
For those 6 shots or 5 shots,
okay.
11.6 launch, 28.17 spin, 261 carry, and 282.5 total. Height is around 100.
Yeah.
So that's not bad.
Yeah.
But let's see if we can. Let's see what GT does.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to hit all 3 models and then give me feedback of how it looks. How does it feel?
Okay.
And then we will dial in a head that makes the most sense for you
Okay.
to put you in a better position on the golf course to score.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, all yours.
Well, that's different. That's different.
That's different. All right, before you hit this one, Scott, I want you to tell me, based off feel, the window that ball was in, what did you think? I mean, pretty similar shaft, right?
Right.
And we were hovering just over 3,000 on spin with your
Yeah.
Cobra.
That one definitely was going. More penetrating ball flight, kind
Right.
of that umbrella-like type look to it.
Okay.
Whereas with the Cobra, you could see it going out, and it's floating out there a little bit, right?
Right.
Which is the too much spin.
And you know, as a golfer that spins the ball, because I'm in your shoes.
Yeah.
When we see the ball in the air and it kind of falls out of the air too fast and balloons too quick,
Yeah.
that's not good.
Right.
That last shot seemed to hang in the air in a good kind of way.
Right.
The launch was 12, which is optimal. We love 12.
Yeah.
But I almost like the height was 81 feet.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a 12 launch at about 100 feet.
Yeah.
Something that's staying in the air. I mean, we still carried it 260.
Yeah.
And it went 290.
Yeah.
So it's as long
Okay.
as some of your best shots.
I might have hit it a little on the toe too.
Yeah, let's
so.
get a couple more swings, but something we've noticed in the two. Oh,
Yeah.
my whole point of all that.
Yeah.
What do you think the spin was? Did you
was
see
low.
it or no?
It was low. I didn't see the spin. I would guess in the like 2100.
Spin was 1996.
Okay. So we got spin off it.
Let's try it again.
Okay.
We're gonna have some fun.
Yep. That's a little heely.
Now, do you notice a difference between at the peak of that ball flight,
Yeah.
how much longer it's staying in the air than with your Cobra, how it peaked out and then kind of
It's just falling
fell?
out of the sky. It's not continuing on.
That's right.
I went from Columbus, Ohio to Chicago.
I mean, it feels awesome.
Feels what?
Feels awesome. I mean, I wouldn't hate any of those.
All right, well
That's a
done. Come in the
missed hit.
shade for a second.
And that's even a miss hit, and that's still gone.
All right, so now we're gonna dive into GT3. These are all 9 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a little, so that's slightly lower.
Than where you're at now.
Yeah.
By the way, these are all 9-degree stock SureFit settings.
Yeah. A1s.
Yep.
Yep. Definitely lower.
One more with that,
Yeah.
because I feel like we have to change some things up here.
On this one?
On both, really, but
Yeah.
what's noticeably different about GT3, if anything?
It's definitely lower. It's definitely lower. There is just a weird feeling, something in the weighting that's a little different from the two.
Yeah.
So,
Then the 2, yes.
yeah, than the two, right?
So the obvious thing with GT3 compared to TSR3
yeah.
is we move the weight from the back up to the front. So that's a
Yeah.
little CG change you'll learn more about.
Yeah, I definitely notice in the ball flight it's low.
Okay. But it is 9 degree. You're used to 10.
Like whatever, it's 975, I think.
975.
Yeah.
Um,
I like the ball speed. That's up for me.
yes. I wanted to tell you more stats, but I don't want to spoil, I think, where we'll get.
Yeah.
So this is GT4, dual weights. A lot of good stuff in the 4 as well, but we find that more people actually fit into the 4 than they think they do.
Is it smaller head?
It is smaller than the 2 and the 3,
Yeah. Looks a little smaller.
but that's what's so important about getting fit. I mean,
Right.
with this many options, we can really tailor to any golf swing.
Fade bias, right?
The head?
Yeah.
No.
No? Okay.
Yeah, I don't mind that swing. That was in the slot there.
Yeah, that one was good. Again, a little low. definitely lower, right?
Yep, 76.
Yeah.
All right, so now after seeing some things,
Yeah.
you're gonna let me work now.
You do you.
All right, so now I'm gonna go back to the GT2.
Okay.
We're gonna change shafts up just a little bit, and we're also gonna change loft.
Okay.
Wear out the soul of the driver.
I like that. Like that.
160.3 ball speed, 13.3 launch. That carry, now we go back to carry.
Yeah.
That carry was 270 carry.
Seven more yards.
And now we're at 288 total, 2797 spin.
Okay.
So we still might have a little fine tuning to do, but let's hit 2 more.
Okay.
Good swing though.
I like that one.
You did your part.
I do like to draw it a little bit too, so I say I do, and then I never do. But then I hit later cuts.
Is that why you're at D2?
Yeah, I try to help it
Yeah,
if I can. I see draws, but I never hit them.
right. I mean, they look pretty.
Yeah. Then I just like cut it out there.
Like, can I tweak it?
Yep.
162 ball,
162 ball off the bottom too.
but
huh?
it was 2 grooves low,
Mhm.
so it got spinny on us, and you were negative 1.2.
Yeah.
So it spun out, but even on a missed spin like that, it carried 263 and
Right.
still went 277 pretty straight.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Felt a little better.
the sound on that.
That one felt better. Once you said
Yeah.
1.2 down.
Yeah, you're plus 2.4.
Yeah.
Height is a little, it was 132 in the air.
Yeah.
So
right
that
around
was-
100.
Yeah, I would say let's bring that down a touch. You'd probably get a little more distance out of it, but that was a good ball.
Yeah.
Little bit different profile in the hazardous shaft,
Yeah.
but close. It'll handle what you got.
Okay. You changed it out, right? This wasn't the same one.
No, it's not the 10C 1K.
But it went to the. You just went to the black, right?
Yep. Black, extra stiff, 60 grams.
So touch lighter.
Huh?
It's a touch lighter than
Yep.
the 10C. Okay.
We're just playing scientists right now.
I know.
So it's a little bit upright.
Okay.
I think I could probably go back it down a little bit.
Yeah. And the uprights for the draw, right?
Yeah.
That was a little miss.
That looked good.
Yeah.
160 and a half ball speed.
See, that's what I'm liking is like.
That was your furthest ball so
Yeah.
far. That was 294.3, 2400 spin, 12 launch, 101 feet.
And that was slightly missed. Yeah.
Let's see.
Felt a little bottom. Nope. Never mind.
Toe, little toe.
Low toe, you said?
No, just a little on the toe side.
Okay. Am I spinning it too little? Or just C?
Yeah.
Not that one.
Let me tweak that real quick.
Yeah.
So it's generating ball speed.
Yes.
It's just we need to make sure the spin and launch are appropriate.
Right. That felt a lot better.
That one sounded really good.
It's 2200. There we go.
I love that.
Yeah.
Might be an X guy.
Really? Never would have thought that. Well, I'm like deathly afraid of it floating too high, you know?
Only with your driver that has too much spin.
Right.
Not with GT.
So bringing this down, go to the.
That was high toe, face open, good path.
That was the one.
That was a good move.
That's the one.
161 ball, 13 launch.
That was hit good. 270 carry. 8 yard carry.
That was pretty good.
We like that.
That was pretty good. Here, let's throw the 3 head in now. I know the perfect thing to do right here. I just got to try it right away.
Okay. Smash factor's down from 149 to 146.
Yeah.
And that still went farther than my current driver.
Right.
And that's why I'm excited about that, because that was the old like too spinny, like I'm hitting it like 230 carry.
Yeah,
that
and
was what I just
2600
hit.
Isn't bad.
And I just hit it 2 yards farther than I
For
normally
negative
do.
attack, that's pretty good. Oh. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Uh-oh. That was a miss.
I could play golf with that. I mean, that's pretty good.
I didn't even look yet, but that was one of your better swings.
That's a good miss, though. Yeah.
Felt pretty good.
So maybe this shaft is just getting the head in a better spot to get these numbers up.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that felt good.
Wow. 163 again with ball speed. 12.4 launch. You came up 0.8, which...
There we go.
Bam.
275. 12 more yards.
We're in the 300 club now.
All right, guys. So as you see, we hit it right there at the end. We got to the 300 club. When we started the day, we were in like the 270 club, 280 club, right? And this, again, this is trying not to do anything that's crazy different. This is just trying to swing my swing and then dialing in the golf club as we go. And it's always interesting to see how you go through that process, dialing in the club head first, then looking at lofts, then looking at the shaft, and all of those things pieced together can have a massive impact. So what were the final verdicts? We ended up gaining pretty much 20 yards of carry from my Cobra driver that I started the day with. Now, it was a couple models old, but I did like it a lot, but I did know that it wasn't going to be my best fit as I was going forward. To be fair, a lot of people are going to ask, hey, how does this compare to the previous model TSR2 that I was playing a little bit with? Best I could do with that driver was 160 ball speed, so this one is even faster than that. And I gained 4 miles per hour of ball speed, which equates to about 2.5 to 3 yards right away off the bat that you're going to gain just in ball speed. But I gained more yards. That's because we were able to dial it in and knock that spin down by a couple hundred RPMs that really can make a difference. So optimizing that launch angle, spin rate, and then getting the ball speed that you have. And if you can get that up, that's always going to be a good thing. And hopefully I can get that even a little bit faster through some other means. But that is what we were able to do, and that's what Bill was able to do in this fitting, was to dial me in and get those things under control. So that is one of the ways that we can do this with fitting. And it's not just going to buy, you know, a lot of people think of fitting is, hey, I'm going to just go, I need a stiff or a regular driver or a senior flex, or I'm going to need an X flex. That's it, right? And then maybe loft. But you saw we were hitting a bunch of different X flexes. We were hitting different lofts, mix and matching. It really is a science. It's a science that is tailored to what you need individually. So again, is it worth getting a fitting? Well, in my case, getting fit and going through the whole process gave me 20 yards of carry, got me over 300 yards total, where I wasn't sniffing that before. So is it worth it? I think so, but that's something I think you're going to have to think about, and I would highly recommend you go and get fit, and that's something you can check out. And so I also would recommend checking out the GT. It's going to be coming out. It was awesome. I did test out the fairway woods. We'll talk about that in a different video, but something that you really can think about as you're going forward, and they will be out soon. So if you have questions about it, anything you want to know about the new club, about anything that was going on in the fitting, what the process is like, any of the information that was talked about, I tried to display it for you. Please comment it down below and click that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber, because we're going to have more talking about fitting and also just working on getting better at golf. So make sure you check out those videos as they're coming out. Thanks everybody for watching. We're going to see you in the next one. Peace.